I've learned something about money that most people never realize. And you don't actually get paid by how hard you work. You get paid by the level of value that you bring to the world. And there are 4 levels. Now I lived through all 4. And once I understood them, I stopped working harder and started working higher. Now let me show you what that actually looks like. So at the first level, you're the builder. Now you build things with your hands, with your time, with your energy. Now you're the mechanic fixing the car, the nurse on a double shift, that freelance grinding through clients and projects at 2 a.m. in the morning. Now you're paid for what you actually do. And that's noble, but there's a ceiling there. There's a ceiling at that point because you've only have 24 hours in that day. Now most people at this level earn between minimum wage to 50,000 a year. And that number doesn't move much unless you start to move up yourself. See, the builder's value comes from the effort that they put in, but the effort doesn't scale. And remember, being here, feeling tired, but proud, until that one day I realized that there was time to evolve. Now, level 2 is the leader. Now, this is where that person who brings people together, unifying people. Now, your resource isn't time anymore, it's trust. Now, you manage people, the systems, the outcomes. You move from doing the work to directing the work. Now, at this level, income usually sits between that 50, 80K up to 200,000 a year. Now you've got leverage at this point. It's about alignment, getting people to believe in the same goal and the same vision. That's where you level up, building those systems that you can run without you, even if you don't have to do the work anymore. But there's another level beyond that, beyond leadership, one that isn't about managing people, but everything about moving people. Now, level 3 is the messenger. Now, this level of influence is massive. Now here, your words, your story, your message, they actually move markets. They move people. These are your salespeople, your teachers, your coaches, your creators. They live in this space. Now their resource isn't time and people, it's persuasion. When I first tapped into this level, everything started to shift massively. And I realized I could do more with conversation than effort and work. Now at this level, your income can jump massively up in the 6 figures to the millions because now your message scales across platforms, audiences, across communities. But influence comes with responsibility because when you speak, people listen. And what you say now shapes their beliefs, their choices, their lives. And that's when I started to ask myself a deeper question. What if instead of just communicating ideas, I could create the ideas other people's communicating? Now that question brought me here. Level 4, the architect. Now the architect designs systems, the frameworks and the vision that lives beyond presence. Now you use your mind and your money to now build things that work even when you are not present. Now this is where real freedom massively changes because now you're no longer the worker or even the leader, or you're the designer of the systems that creates the value at scale. There's no ceiling here. This is where your billionaires are born. But it's not just about money anymore. Now it's about impact. This is where now I'm stepping into, I'm learning to operate in this space. And this is where every lesson from the first 3 levels comes together now, because now you can't design what you haven't done. You can't lead what you don't understand, and you can't inspire what you haven't lived. So those are the 4 identities of value: the builder, the leader, the messenger, and the architect. Now each level demands a new skill, a new mindset, and a new way of seeing how your worth plays out. And if you want to grow your income, don't just ask, how can I make more money? You need to ask yourself, how can I bring more value at a higher level to more people? Now that's the question that changed everything for me and gave me my paradigm shift. Because when you start working at that level of imagination, you're not just earning a living, you're now building your legacy at that point. If this resonated with you anyway, Hit the subscribe button, because over the next few videos, I'll be looking to break down how to identify which level you're stuck at right now and what it actually takes to move up in those levels of value, man. I'll see you guys in the next one.